us at Transnet Port Terminals are very much attuned and alive to this latest trend. You know, South Africa is a country that is still beset with challenges such as huge unemployment and other social ills as well. So to simply jump onto technologies for the sake of following the trends, which will not be in keeping with addressing some of the basic social ills in the country, is something that we want to avoid. And as a result, what we've decided to do is to really have a smarter approach to how we use the internet, how we leverage the internet, and how we collaborate with other supply chain partners. Because at the end of the day, it's about making sure that, you know, the supply chain is firstly safer, that the supply chain is smarter, and in this way that through collaboration and a smarter leveraging of digital technologies without necessarily being blind and insensitive to the other social issues that need to be addressed, that we're able to leverage off those types of developments. And we've seen certainly some pleasing developments in terms of focusing these areas in the business. We're working with some of the global companies like Navis, Karma, and other original equipment manufacturers in looking at really smarter ways in which we can leverage these technologies. We're also working very closer and smarter with our various shipping lines that are our customers in making sure that the level of collaboration is at such a level that you know, we're able to develop and bring and deliver better efficiencies for our customers that they can realize and pass on to the shippers at the end of the day. You know, the other key trend that we've been seeing as well is on the safety side. Following on from the IMO requirement now on container weight verification, this is I think, presenting a number of terminal operators around the world with an interesting challenge, I'd like to believe. And as of the 1st of July, the IMO has been very clear that every export container has to be weighed before it's shipped, otherwise it's not loaded. And yes, that is a shipper's responsibility to be able to do that, but also there's a secondary responsibility on the terminal operator that if a container arrives at the port without a VGM, or verified gross weight, then what will happen is you cannot load that container and you cannot ship that container. The question then becomes, what do you do with that container? And that could lead to congestion. So we are at the moment seized with working with a number of players in the industry, the shippers, the carriers, port authorities and the like, to say that what is the optimum way of making sure that we're able to support this move of guaranteeing safety of ships and safety of life at sea, but making sure that we align our planning as the various supply chain players and making sure that the IMO regulation is complied with. Well, what brought us as Transnet Port Terminals to TOC and what we're hoping to get out of it is, you know, it really is almost an obvious issue. We aim to attend TOC every year, whether it's a TOC here in Europe or Middle East or whichever one that we're able to attend, because here we find that this provides a platform where we meet with the players, the key players in the industry. We meet with the global shipping lines, we meet with original equipment manufacturers. We are exposed to the latest and best in terms of technologies that are being deployed, which can help you know, spur growth, which can help introduce efficiencies into our operations, into how we do things. And certainly we've been able to see a lot of benefit through attending TOC in the past. I've been here now just for the first day, the first morning, and already with some of the sessions that I've been attending here, I've been able to really gain quite a lot of insight into what the latest thinking is and what the challenges are that a number of players around the world are confronted with, and some of the measures that they're putting in place, which I myself believe we can gain by beginning to look at ways in which we can take these back to where we operate, obviously customize them to local conditions and local challenges, and make sure that we have a workable solution going forward.